Hello, and I guess we're live. And welcome to the McCaffrey Crafts live stream, the most electrifying experience in stick entertainment. So let me just go live here on Instagram as well. So if you are joining this live stream for the first time, I'm Francis McCaffrey. Who am I? I am a stick maker, and yes, I make sticks. I sell sticks, and this is an Irish traditional craft. And so I think I'm live now on Facebook. I'm live also on YouTube, and I should be live on Instagram as well. So again, welcome to my live stream. Uh, we can talk about sticks. We can talk about many things. And usually I'll give you guys an update of the type of things that I'm working on. So here we have Steve Kelly. Good evening, Francis. Good evening. Welcome, man. Stick community time. Let me look at Instagram. I'm trying. I have so many screens at the moment. I'm trying to keep up with everything. Since yes, you are. Yes, I am. It is me, the legend that is Francis McCaffrey as well. Hey guys, Joe, my bro in Las Vegas. How are things with you, my man Joe? Very good. The Forearm King, Francis. Good to be here again. Not bad as well, man. I don't have my forearms going as well. Actually, my forearms are not that impressive. Wait, where is it? There. There's my forearm. Not as impressive as you, Mr. Forearm King, as well. Let's see. Toolbox Tan says, "Great to see you work. Love your sticks. Thank you, Toolbox Tan, over on Instagram." Let's see. Will Forrester says, "How do you get them to shine, my brother?" As well. Well, with walking sticks, it usually depends on the wood. Like sometimes if you want a shine, you just use a high gloss. That's for a really shiny piece, or you can use like different glosses. There's various different types of finishes you can do. Some people can polish it as well. So yeah, it usually takes a nice picture when your knob is polished, and everyone likes a nice polished knob kind of finished as well. So it's all good to see. Dave Norton Ireland 17 says, "Great to see you live. Love your work." Thank you, Dave. Thanks very much. Joe Grand. Oh, you're in Massachusetts. Who am I mixing? Oh no, I'm mixing you up with Joe Smiley. Sorry, my man. Sorry, man. I got mixed up with Joe Smiley. Let's see. Paddy P, another regular on the stream. How are things with you as well? Let's see. Tim. Hello and checking in. How's all in Colorado? See, I'm getting good now. I'm getting good. Looking sharp, my man. Yeah. Get the forearm going. Where is it? Not that good, man. Not that good. I have the body of a stick maker, man. You know, it's not quite a dad bod. It's not quite fit. It's kind of like in that middle ground between a nice dad bod and something else as well. So I have seen as well. And let's see, Deanie Boy 2 on Instagram says, "How many sticks do you sell roughly a year?" About 3,000. Yeah, about three. I'd say about 3,000 sticks on average for the last 2 or 3 years. It's going up about 20% a year. Sean Fardy says, "Soon be ordering from Boston, Mr. McCaffrey." Very, very good, very good. Some nice sticks on McCaffreycrafts.com. American Nomad, good evening to you, my sir. How are things with you? Let's see. Steve Farris says, "Good day, Francis, from Tropical Cairns, Queensland, Australia as well." Hello to all my friends down under, my Aussie friends, the stick community. Giving you a shout out here from cold Ireland. You know, freezing my freezing my knob sticks off here, man. It's a pretty cold day in Ireland as well. It's nice to meet you, Tim. Says Colorado's very cold this week. Yeah, man, it's probably nothing compared to what we have in Ireland, which is not as a fraction of the cold. Let's see. Hoppy Fletch on Instagram says, "Love watching you work from Tipperary as well, my man." Very good, very good. Tipperary's a good spot. I have some good friends and supporters around Tipperary as well, around by the Devil's Bit. Any of you guys up by the Devil's Bit, hello to you. Let's see. From Saudi, Sean, I had family there as well. Very good. And Mary says, "Hello, Francis. -8 Fahrenheit and lots of snow in Wyoming. Cold temperatures on the way." I know it's cold. It's the time of year. January is the most miserable month of all time. Where what can you do? There's nothing to do. Everyone's broke from Christmas. You know, they have a little bit of cash to keep buying my walking sticks, and you know, January's a tough month as well. But January is a good month for sales if you know what you're doing. Let's see now. Joe Grant says, "Stay warm, Mary," as well. Well, you know, I'm sure you can call around and give her a nice cup of coffee or something like that. Paul, hello, Francis from Alba, Alberta, is it, or Alba, Alabama? Sorry, Alabama. I've a nice little group in Alabama as well. They're nice as well. So I'm starting to take over the world with this stick community. People who love walking sticks as well. Tim says that's global warming for you as well. I know, man. Sure, we had an ice age in Ireland 10,000 years ago. Ireland didn't really exist. It was like just ice age. So there was an ice age in Ireland 10,000 years ago. So look, if there's a bit of global warming going on, you sure why not? Sure why not? But you know, it's one of these things, guys. It's one of these things. Let's see. And Mary says, "I am Joe." Thanks very much as well. Let's see. Alba is Scotland as era. Alba is Scotland as. Oh yeah. Sorry, man. I thought it was Alabama or something, or abbreviation. Hello to my Scottish bros. It's always good to connect. I've been to Glasgow and I've been to Edinburgh. Edinburgh's a good spot. Good bit of fun there. I can't. I have some crazy stories from my experience in Edinburgh. I might have touched on it a bit, but they're definitely not safe for work stories from Edinburgh. Glasgow wasn't too bad. Last time I was on Glasgow, I saw two guys on the underground, and one guy was trying to set the other guy on fire. So it's a bit of a mad place. They found settlements in Ulster 8,000 years ago. Yeah. There was about like 10,000 years ago. There was pretty much nothing, and then the settlers came in, and then Ireland developed into this great nation that you see today, the beautiful Ireland of Ireland, on the west side of Europe. You know, full of great and wonderful people who can't shut up and start talking. Let's see, Deanie Boy says, do you ever make any shillelaghs out of oak? My granny has one. Yes, go to my website, Deanie, McCaffreycrafts.com. There's a section called oak. Click that button, man. I've got like about 20 oak sticks in there, and I have a few nice ones you might like. Irish oak's a bit paler than you might expect. Let's see, CW385 on Instagram says, I have a stick I bought from you last year. I'm here in Missouri as well. Very good. I'm happy that my sticks are still being put to use, and they're still a bit of good. Do you get an Irish sweater, Francis? Do you sell Irish sweaters? I do, man. I have a few sweaters. I can show you one. 1 second now. Here we go. 1 minute, guys. I'll just show Joe an Irish sweater, just so in my shop. Here you go. That's an Irish Aran sweater. So yeah, in my shop, I do sell some sweaters. I don't have a lot of them left because I got out of the sweater game. I used to sell like a lot of these sweaters and stuff. And then, you know, the flu happened. We got the flu for 3 years. And I didn't really replenish the stock of the sweaters and different things. And but that's because no tourists were coming. Tourists who come into my shop here. I'm streaming live from my retail store here in Killorglin, County Kerry. So when tourists would come into my shops, they were always cold. That's one thing about Ireland. Like everyone underestimates the weather in Ireland. So when people come to my shop, they would always like buy sweaters. So there you go. That is an Irish sweater with the honeycomb pattern as well, all the way from the Aran Islands, apparently. Wait, let me hang that up somewhere. 1 second. I must throw this somewhere now, not to get it as well. But yeah, like I have an Irish store. I sell some T-shirts here. I sell some Irish sweaters. I sell a bit of everything. But it's the walking stick game now that I'm known for as well. So that would be the predominant thing that I'm known for. Let's see. Tony Del Giorno says, what is a rough estimate for shipping to the east coast of the USA? Well, about 3 to 5 days. It depends on the day of the week that you make the order. Say, for example, if you order it like today, Friday, my next courier collection is on Monday. So they'll collect it on Monday, and usually they'll have it in the States by Wednesday, maybe for a Thursday delivery. So if you order today, you should have it by about Thursday, unless there's snow or storm, unless, you know, some one of these little things happens that delay it from a day or two. But like you usually can have it in a week, unless you live on the beaten track. But remember, I can't send any of the really long hiking sticks. by courier. So they usually take about 2.5 weeks to go. So if you're ordering something that's really, really long, like a hiking stick, it takes a bit longer to deliver. Let's see, what size was that sweater and how much? And I think I sell them in the shop for about €80. And that sweater size is, I don't know, man. I have to, the sweater size is, that's a small, but it's like American small. Like that small would fit me like quite easily as well. Like it's different things as well. Let me catch up in the comments here. They're coming fast and furious. The red hand as well. Red hand of Ulster, they say. Paul, our favorite is the Isle of Skye, and law of Darug, which means red hand, of course. Law of his hand, and Darug is red. By the way, I just learned about the Irish goodbye. Was it? Well, what's the Irish goodbye? Is it like I actually don't know what's an Irish goodbye. Let's see now. Love Daragabu means Abu is like a victory chant. So usually at sporting events in Ireland, you'll hear like Kerry Abu. Abu means it's like a victory chant that guys and people do as well. Let's see. I heard if you have grandparents from Ireland, you become an Irish citizen. Yes, that is true. The problem is you get screwed on taxes. Yes, that is true. You will get royally screwed on taxes. I'd hope to visit, spend one day in your country. Let's see, hopefully one day visit, spend one day in Cork, Dublin, Waterford, Roscommon. Yeah, like there's nothing in Roscommon, man. Forget about there. And logistically, like you'd go to Dublin, it's a 2.5 hour drive to Waterford, then Waterford to Cork, an hour and a half, and like the roads, it's probably too much to see. Roscommon has nothing, man. It's boring there. Sorry to all my Roscommon bros, man. I'm a Kerry man. We think we're better than every other county in Ireland. We have Kerry arrogance, man. The arrogance of people from Kerry. Let's see now. Joe says those areas are where my Irish ancestry resides as well. Oh, very good. I saw Conan O'Brien, the American talk show host. He was in Ireland, and he was retracing his roots, I think, to Limerick. And he's in here at the moment. But yeah, it's common enough. But you can't in Ireland. You can't retrace your roots back the mid 1800s because all the records are destroyed. So usually, when you try to retrace your Irish roots, you can only go back to like 150 years or whatever ago. An Irish goodbye is hello. Oh, very good. I didn't even know that. An Irish goodbye. I don't know. Like Irish people, like you usually have to tell people what you're going. Like you can't just leave. You goes, I'm going now. Like an Irish goodbye to me is you just tell someone you're going. You said, yeah, I'm going now. I'm going and I'll be back or something like that. But I don't know what an Irish goodbye is. I never really thought of that before. Sometimes there are things that are Irish abroad and stuff, but I wouldn't really know at all. And maybe it's an American thing. You leave the party without saying goodbye. Yeah, honestly, I've never heard of an Irish goodbye before. I ordered a hiking stick and it's on the slow boat, but no worries. What was your name? Because I got one that was returned to the shop here, and they said the address was wrong. 1 second. Just what's your first name? Because like this got returned. This was a hiking stick, and it got returned, and it says, let's see, it said that the address was wrong and it was returned back. So anyway, look, I got one hiking stick that was returned back today, to the UK. It says that the people in the UK who tried to deliver it said the address does not exist. So I'll have to contact this person. So let me just throw that out of the way for a second. Let's see now. I visit a place called Rathtorton in New Ross. I know New Ross in Wexford, but I never heard of Rathtorton. And let's see, we had my mother's DNA, and she was 100% Ulster Irish. You're just Irish. That's 100% Irish. Because it's there's no differentiation there. We're all part of the 32 counties here. I had my high school English teacher try teaching us Gaelic. Her parents are from Ireland as well. Well, I can teach you guys a little bit of Gaelic, but not too much as well. How are you? I'll teach you. If you want to say how are you to an Irish person, it's very simple. You just go Conas, Atá, Tu. So how are you, Conas Atatu? You can say I'm very good. Tamega ma. Or you want to say I'm really good, you can say Tamega Hanava. So there you go. Bit of Irish language skills again. So I'll teach you one more time. How are you? Conas Atatu? Tamega ma. Tamega Hanava. There you go. A bit of it as well. Well, then they go by location. Very good. Let's see now. That's awesome, Paddy. We have some money to go visit. Visit home in Ireland. Ireland is not a cheap place to visit, man. It's a pricey place to get in the plane, and when you come here, man, get out of Dublin. Sorry again, my Dublin bros, man. I'm going to insult you and say Dublin's not a place for tourism at the moment, man. It's not the best. And let's see, mine still shows en route, but it sat in Ireland for a while as well. If it's a hiking stick, they're sent out slowly. But I'll tell you what, just DM me after this live stream, and I'll go into the tracking and I'll have a look as well, and I'll have a look to see where it is, or where it's about. Let's see, I'm going very good, excellent. Paul says excellent. Come spend money. Yes, we need your money. Tourists, come to Ireland. We love you, but we also love your money. Wouldn't it be amazing if the tourist board actually said, like, true advertising or something like, rather than like, come to Ireland, country full of magical people, wonderful experiences, see your sights, see the people, the music, the food. But instead it'd be like, hey boys, we want your money, man. Come here and spend your money, But but like the thing is, Ireland's getting a bit of a roasting online in the last month or two. Like, there's a lot of negative press about visiting Ireland and different things, and it's the usual type of thing that's just going on at the moment, where the Irish were a bit too generous in terms of the benefits they were offering to people who were coming from different places that weren't so full of benefits, and these people came in, and it's caused a spot of bother. The Irish people are not too thrilled at the moment as well. So there we have a Paddy P as well, saying laughing and smiley face. So anyway, guys, I'll tell you a little bit about what I'm working on. I'm going to put a lot of sticks online over the next week. I'm going to put a lot of black turnip. I have lots of hazel up. I put a lot of chestnut up. Oh wait, I have a lot of things that's good. Let's see. The Weasel said, Woodworm ate his way through my stick. Best blackthorn stick ever. Damn bugs ate the bark. They don't eat the bark, man. It's now the best one short club ever as well. Yeah, like you have to. You never know when the woodworm come, man. Like it's always things you gotta like make sure you treat your steed right. I'm lucky if I can speak English properly, let alone learn my ancestors' language as well. Yeah, look, we have in Ireland, we have Hiberno English, which is a kind of form of English. But Irish people speak pretty fast. I'm speaking slow now for you guys. I'm actually speaking slow, but Irish people, they have lots of accents, and they do definitely speaks in this as well. Steve Kelly says, on my family Cobra Arms, it says Turris Fortis. Mihi Dias, which means good tower of strength. That is the only Gaelic I know as well. That's probably Latin, not Gaelic. Turris Fortis Mises Dias. That'd be Latin. So a lot of on the coat of arms, usually like that would be from Latin language, which is the language spoke by the Romans and the church and people for sometimes as well. But yeah, look, I have some really nice shillelaghs online as well. Let's see. Tony says, any of the new Lister sticks going to be longer length blackthorn knobs? Well, how long do you want it, Tony? Like, I have about up to 39 inches. So if you're, 39 inches, pretty good for a guy up to 6'6" tall. So how tall are you going? I think I have a few 40-inch sticks. But if you want a really big one, look at my chestnut section. I go up to 43 and even 44 inches. So if you're looking for quite a big stick, chestnut is probably the way to go. But it's if you're a giant, I still have sticks for giants. You know, I have like a 44-inch walking stick will do someone well over 7 foot, 7'1". So if you're about a 7 foot guy, man, I still have something for you as well. I have sticks in all shapes and sizes, and again, like the McCaffrey style of stick is, I'm thinking of it as a walking aid as well. So you know, go for something that's appropriate weight wise as well. If you want these the biggest types of sticks there are, sometimes they're not really practical for using as a walking aid as well. Like a big giant knob, guys love their big giant knobs, but like when you're using it every day as a walking aid and you feel it on your wrist after a while. So usually, like, you know, I make sticks that are a bit more kind of like an everyday stick, a practical stick, a stick that you fall in love with that you're going to use. And you all know how it works in the stick community. You just find that stick and it just feels good, you like it, and it's just one of those sticks that you just kind of really connect with as well, which is quite good. Oh, I must give a shout out to Web Welder on TikTok. Right, someone's at my door and they've run away. So anyway, I got to give a shout out to Web Welder. He sent me a gift and I made a video of it during the week. He sent me out these things that he makes. So I made a video of it. You might have seen my YouTube video already. And this is like a slapjack. Also, you could say it's like a kosh or something like that as well. It has a strap at it. I made a video of it, but I'll just give you guys a quick lowdown again. It's like leather, and then inside it they have like it's like a piece of metal or iron, I think it is as well. And if you go to his channel, he's only on TikTok at the moment because he's just kind of get going with his kind of bits and pieces. But he was so kind enough, like he gave me a shout out, and he sent me one of these there over the Christmas, which I give to my son. And this is like a slapjack. It's very well made. He did some leather work with. I don't know if you can see it on it as well. You can see he put the shamrock, and he put like, let me get the angle there that you can kind of see it. There you go. Like he did some leather work and some designs on it as well, as you can kind of see. And yeah, so like it's very good as well. Like all of these different things, like, you know, as well. You know, you can have these around your house. You can use them, like, you know, as you see fit as well. You don't go run down the street, like, you know, carrying one of these, swinging them around and different things as well. Just as you don't run down the street carrying a brick in your hands, holding it over your head. Don't, you know, you know, like you can buy you can get knives in shops. You can get carving knives for the kitchen, but like you have one of these in your shop. You know, I use this. I use this for wood carving, but like I'm not going to run down the street going, you know, hey guys. So common sense applies, like, you know, with things as well. So like, you know, just like this would be the kind of same type of thing as well. So like, you know, I have a load of different knives and a load of different things. I use this for carving, for taking off bark, for my packaging. For so this is actually something that I use on a daily basis. I have various knives and different things that I use as well. Let's see now. James Coleman says, I saw a blackthorn without bark. Did you make many without bark? And not really, because it looks a bit weird. It's like, you know, if you saw me with no clothes on, man, I would look a bit weird. And so like these things, they do look, you know, a bit different without the bark. It looks better with the bark on. Some woods, like the rowan tree, I took off the bark, and it was beautiful wood grain under it as well. And the blackthorn bark is a bit thicker and it's a bit harder to get off as well, and it just doesn't look as good. It looks aesthetically better with the bark on than it does off. You know, some people, you know, they might look good with no clothes on. Some don't. Some do. It's like, you know, for me, I'm like a blackthorn man. I look better when I got the clothes on. If you saw me without it, man, you'd be like, ah. Joe Grant says, well, Ireland is indeed multicultural, very new multicultural place. It wasn't like if a Kerry man went to Dublin, that was multicultural. People who settled in Ireland back in the Ice Age and Bronze Age resided from northern Spain, correct, from the Basque area, and other parts of Europe originally as well. Yeah, everyone kind of came across. The Celts came across and mixed, and you know, we do have you know, a good kind of mix genetically in Ireland as well. But yeah, apparently we're linked a lot to the Basque area and to the Celts and to different things as well. But like, you know, over thousands and thousands and thousands of these people are going to travel around, and Irish men and women and, you know, these nationalities, that we all hook up. Let's see, stay strapped or get clapped. We call them blackjacks in the States. Yeah, blackjacks. I know like in New York and stuff, like they got like strict rules on these things, but like something different things as well. But like, to buy one of these and stuff is fine, and to be a collector, to have it, hopefully you'll never have to use these different things as well. But like, the laws in Ireland, like on offensive weapons, it's if you adapt a device to make it into a weapon, and then you can, there's a thing like shillelaghs and stuff are not an offensive weapon at all. They're a heritage product of Ireland. The Notre Dame football team has the shillelagh as their slogan. Like the Notre Dame football team came to Ireland, they were presented with a shillelagh as well. So it's something that is not considered that on Ireland as well. It's traditional Irish craft. It's down under woodworking. It's seen as a symbol of Ireland as well. So it has that kind of status as well. But like, if you're running down the street, swing around your head and stuff, like, you're obviously going to get into spot of trouble. Just where you would as well if you got a kitchen knife or a brick or something. It looks like a nice camping survival knife. Yeah, it's fine. Like, I have it. It's like, this is kind of, I have like different knives and different things as well. So I kind of use this one every now and again, and then I just give it a little polish and do it as well. I think it's kind of looking nice. I gave it a little kind of clean today. So it kind of looks a bit good, and I did a little bit of a sharpen on as well. So I have like this. I'm trying to find my other knives. They were in some of my pockets. I'm always losing knives though. I always have a knife on me, like when I'm going, because I kind of need it throughout the day for different things as well. Let's see. Kevin Wilt says, I found a blackthorn stick in an antique store without bark. You're too right. They look a lot better with the bark. They do. They look weird, man, with no, because like blackthorn, like, the wood grain's all right, the top and the head and different things, but like when you remove the bark and stuff, it's kind of plain enough. Not quite as pale as a holly. That's how you describe. That's like like an Irish man on the beach in Spain is like how you'd imagine a holly stick. Very pale. Let's see. Great little latitude adjuster there you have. Yeah, very good, man. Very good. Yeah, it's the thing about blackthorn walking sticks and their walking aids is that, and it's always been able to get around legislation for hundreds of years because it's a walking stick only. Of course, it's just a walking stick, and it's so amazing, like, that it's considered, a walking aid, and people needed to get on and off aircraft. Like, you can actually bring a blackthorn walking stick, not the shillelagh, the blackthorn walking stick, on the plane if you need it to get to your seat and need it to get out as well, because it is considered like a walking aid. But you can't bring a knit needle, because you could take over the aircraft and different things. So like, it's one of these things, like with common sense, just needs to be restored to the world. But I can show you some sticks that I've been there as well. So here is a nice blackthorn stick that I'll probably put up over the weekend. Let's see if you guys can do this as well. Let me give you a little, move the chair back a little bit there, so let me not fall over. So here we have a nice little walking stick. I can demonstrate it like I'm modeling. So here you have the stick. Here you have the knob of what it looks like. Where's the camera? It's up this way. So we have a slow little look around it as well. It's a nice stick, probably 37-inch. So it's a pretty nice stick as well, walking aid. So here you would have it beside me. So it's like obviously a bit longer for it as well. But like this stick, it's a very, very kind of nice stick that you guys can kind of see. So here we have it. There we go. It's a nice little stick that I've been kind of working on as well. And you guys can kind of go to McCaffreycrafts.com. I didn't have time to put these guys on today because I was strapped for time as usual as well. 1 second now. Just have to get my screen back as well. I don't know if I've lost the Instagram one now because my computer just shut down. What's going on here? PC manager. Anyway, I don't know, my computer is just acting a little bit weird at the moment. Let's see, we keep the stream going as well on the other two platforms if it's gone down somewhere else. So yeah, so these sticks are nice. Those hazel walking sticks are really good too. They do, man. I got to push the hazel more, man. Here, I got some hazel. Here's a nice, look at these hazel sticks, man. They're beautiful. Look at the wood grain. Look how amazing they are. Look, that's the knob stick. That's what guys want. They want the knobs that fit really good into their hands. Look at it, man. It's beautiful. I have over 100 hazel sticks. I have 300 more that I've yet to put online on the site. These hazel sticks are fantastic. Like, this one is quite long. Look how long this is. Like, this one will be good for one of you joints. One of you guys, like, you're looking for a big, thick, heavy hazel stick. So hazel, here you can have a little look at the hazel stick as well. You can kind of see it. I'll model it as well. Beautiful stick as well. You have it beside you. Of course, this stick is for someone that's quite tall. So here you have your stick. It's very nice. Very nice. Very nice stick. So if you go to McCaffreycrafts.com, go to the hazel section. I have so many beautiful hazel sticks as well. I gotta start making videos on the hazel as well. You see, like, I made these hazel sticks like ages ago, and I kind of stockpiled them. I was going to like do this big kind of launch on the hazel sticks on the Christmas run and stuff, and then I just the blackthorns really took off as they usually do, and I had all of these like hazels kind of done and finished already. Like, I actually have like 300 of them actually finished. Because like the pieces of wood that when you get the hazel, it's usually already quite straight, and it's a bit easier in terms of the hand carving when you're doing it as well, and you get a lot of blockhead hazels. So hazel is just like that, just a bit easier to work on than blackthorn, which can be a lot tougher and stronger and stuff as well. But yeah, these hazel sticks are beautiful pieces of wood. Go to McCaffreycrafts.com and you can check them out as well. Just as I'm hoping, hopping over there if need be by defending your safety of yourself and your family's life. There's no big issue. So yeah, you have the right to defend yourself. Like, the laws, man, they're so annoying sometimes in certain places. Like, if someone breaks into my house, I'm going to use every means possible to defend myself and my family. And I think that's important, that you have to defend your loved ones and people around you as well. And again, look, to get into gender roles and different things, it's a man's responsibility to protect, to lead, to have that kind of things as well. I think there's nothing wrong or not misogynistic about saying like that as well. I think it's there's a lot of aspects of masculinity that needs to be embraced as well. Let's see. James Black Burns says, I read that people used to put blackthorn up the chimney to blacken shillelaghs. This is a reference in the John Hurley book to referring to one interview in which someone had said, I think, was it the Irish Folklore Society or one? It was only one mention of it, and then it was in his book, and then it's like really kind of pushed online on different forums, and then people said, I've read it different places, but like there's only one place like you read it, John Hurley's book, and he wrote he wrote a number of books. John W. Hurley is the number one academic on blackthorn, on shillelaghs. He has the credentials. He's written 5 books, I think it is. His books are on Amazon as well. He's a great guy. I've interviewed him on my channel as well. He does message me from time to time. We stay in touch, and he's always working on different things as well. He's more like an academic as well. He's not a big talker like me that goes on and has the big mouth as well. Very knowledgeable guy as well. I must get him back on. We spoke several times about doing another interview. Then always something comes up, or he gets busy, or I have something as well. And I must get back to doing the interviews that I did as well, because they were always quite popular. I actually enjoyed them. I like interviewing people. Like, if any of you guys want to be interviewed for the McCaffrey Crafts live stream or the McCaffrey Crafts YouTube channel or on social media, just reach out to me in DM. I'm quite happy to chat to you guys and give you guys a bit of publicity or something like that if you want. Unless you've been mean to me and then I'm all disgruntled. Oh no, if you're a meanie, please don't reach out to me. Let's see. Mary says nice sticks. They are nice as well. I have one more nice stick. You've seen the blackthorn. Wow. You've seen the hazel. Oh, wow, wow. I've got one more wood. Gonna show you, Mary. These ones are actually pretty nice too, man. These are the chestnut. I have a note. This is actually a lighter to the chestnut. I have really big, thick ones as well. The chestnuts are pretty good. You can see chestnuts, pretty straight. Nice stick as well. Walking aid, guys. It's a walking aid. Don't get confused. These sticks are walking aids, only for walking. But you know, it's good to have a stick in your hand, anyways. But like these chestnut ones, again, beautiful wood. I have some really nice chestnut. I only put about 10 or 15 up 2 days ago onto my website, McCaffreycrafts.com. Go there and have a look. I have everything, all of life's questions that you may have about everything. They're answered on my website. How much is the stick? Go to my website. What kind of stock do you have at the moment? Go to my website. Do you ship to this place? All will be revealed on my website. I individually picture every stick. I weigh every stick. I put the weights and the dimensions in the description. So I have hundreds of sticks on my site. One by one, I've uploaded all the imagery. I have taken the pictures. I've put it in the descriptions. And very time consuming to do. And I did that for you guys so that you don't have to keep messaging me and asking me like what sticks I have, what's the measurement, what size you have. If you want a 38 9-inch stick, go to my website, the search, just go 39-inch. It will bring you all the 39-inch sticks. If you want the sticks resized, I have a in the description. It says, yes, I can resize all of these sticks. So all of life's questions, no matter what you want to ask, it will be answered by the McCaffreycrafts.com website. And let's see now. Steve Ryan says, one of these is going to be my New Year's treat to myself. I always wanted a genuine one. Well, I'm happy to hear that as well. I think that's very good. That you know, you I don't know if am I still live streaming on Instagram. I think it might have gone because my computer shut down. But if I'm not, I'm not anyway. Big stick energy. Yes, yes. You know, people do talk about big stick energy as well. I have a bit of big stick energy for you, my man. That doesn't sound right. Let's see. Joe Grande says, I'm not saying obviously look for trouble, but you should have a right to defend yourself and your family if there is a threat as well. Yeah, no one looks for trouble, man. Like I'd walk away from trouble. Like the amount of times guys have tried to fight me in bars over the silliest things. You looked at me, or are you looking at my girlfriend? I'm like, what? Who? Which? And then, like, it's sometimes they set you up for the smart remark, and you might just accidentally say something like that as well, and but yeah, like the majority of times, like I would just kind of make jokes and walk away from fights and to different things as well. I think that's always like the best thing to kind of do in each situation as well. Let's see now. I think I don't know if I'm live on Instagram anymore. If not, I'll end live there. Let's see. Hazel's nice. Blackthorn and the cream is the cream in the coffee. Will, as a stick collector, you are a stick connoisseur now. You have joined the cult of McCaffrey Crafts, and as a member of this cult and your cult leader as well, you have just become addicted to stick collecting. You cannot get enough of McCaffrey Craft sticks. You're going to buy some of my hazel. You're going to buy some of my chestnut. You're going to buy some of my blackthorn. But given that you're joined the McCaffrey Crafts cult, you are going to go out and tell people about McCaffrey. You say you need a McCaffrey, and the cult is just going to grow and grow until we have world domination, and then I can restore the balance of nature. We can get rid of all of this nonsense going on in the whole world, and I can solve all of life's problems. Just me, a stick maker from Ireland. I can go, bring me into any country and I will solve all the problems. No problem. Easy for me to do. Let's see. My wife got a hazel for Christmas, even more beautiful in person, almost has a golden shine. Yeah, it's just like the hazel wood. It's still a strong wood, and still, you see, a lot of people, they just assume that hazel is really light, is really flimsy. Hazel is very strong, can support quite a lot of weight as well, and it is a beautiful wood to go to as well. Barry Flynn says, Happy New Year to you as well, Barry. Thank you so much for joining the live stream. We're in winter mid-January now, man. It'll be St. Patrick's soon. Buy your McCaffrey Craft sticks, Barry, and go out there, man, and you tell every one of the Flynns, you said, you're not a real Flynn. Get in like Flynn, That's an expressionism from the elections of the 20s or something. Get in like Flynn. I can't. You probably know Barry Flynn. Isn't there an expression? Get in like Flynn. We would always use that expression. Not, you know, if one of my friends was attempting to seduce, you know, someone who was in a bar, and we'd always be like the guys, get in like Flynn. But again, there's a few Flynns around Clorglen as well. I went to school with a guy called Flynn. He's a policeman now. Those are big sticks. That's why she said. Doo-doo. Some stick humor. Why not? How are you, Tony, my man? Thank you for joining the streams as well. Let's see. Joe Grandis as well. Time for me to sign off and back to work, guys. Bye, France as well. Bye, Joe. Thank you for joining the McCaffrey Craft stream. You're a great ambassador for my craft and for Irish traditions as well. You go to work today. You tell everyone about this stream. You tell everyone about Irish craft. You said, have you heard of Irish stick making? There's this guy, McCaffrey. You got to check him out as well. And, you know, let the guys, you know, have a look and see them for himself as well. Mary Miles says, I like the chestnut too. So do I. The chestnut's good, man. I wish I could get more of it. I don't have an awful lot of chestnut. But again, like I was kind of like I was a bit paranoid last year when my shoulders were kind of going. And like I kind of like got a load of things like, you know, that I needed to set up and pre-made and all of them as well. And I got this like I don't like to get this like final polish. I have to kind of like do it through this thing. And I usually get a guy just to kind of do the final polish to make it a little bit shiny on some of these things. Because luckily now my company's kind of getting bigger and bigger, so I can hire people to do little tasks. And you know, I do employ a few guys to cut the wood as well, which is kind of good as well. And so yeah, so I have stockpiled a bit of you see, when there's no insurance policy in stick making, if you get injured, you know, you need to have your safety net. So I have like a stick fund. So whenever I kind of like, you know, get hit down, and this time of year, there's flu's going around, like, you know, I could get knocked out of commission for 2 or 3 weeks or for a month or something like that. And it's good to have a number of sticks built up as well. I have a number of videos ready to go. I'm prepared, man. I'm preparing for the apocalypse. By Joe, is that something that could happen in the American elections? Dun, dun, dun. Maybe you're clairvoyant, Mary. I think you just predicted that Joe's not going to win. Or, sorry, you're talking about Joe Grand, of course. Why would I say such a thing? Who knows? Steve K says, "Oh wow, a chestnut is amazing. It is. It's a good one. It's quite strong as well, and you can go for thicker dimensions on the chestnut, and it's still manageable to use as a walking aid. You see, like, I got a message just before the live stream. A guy wanted a knob of 4 inches, a 4-inch knob." And the thing about a 4-inch knob is that it's very, very heavy, because if you think about it, like all the weight on it. So if you have a 4-inch like diameter knob, that's going to be like some amount of weight to carry on that as well. So it's not going to be good at all to kind of do. So if you have like a knob like that, it's never going to be you know, you're not going to be able to kind of use that at all. Let's see now. James Blackthorn says, let me see. What kind of paint is used these days to color them black? Black paint, black gloss. It's morely all the time as well. Let's see. I really liked your oak 6.2. Thank you. I appreciate that. I have about 50 pieces of oak that I can make. I'm just seeing if it's long enough to make like kind of longer sticks and put a little knob at the top. I have to check the weight of them to make sure, because like the thing about like hiking sticks and stick making as well is that sometimes your imagination can get the best of you, and you get a stick that's way too big and way too heavy. Like if you want a really big looking stick, you go for a wood that maybe is a little bit less dense. If you go for a really dense wood like an oak or a blackthorn, you get really, really big dimensions on it. And sometimes it's just that little bit too much for when you need it, like, you know, as a walking aid. But I know you, man, you're not your average guy. Like you've eaten well, and you definitely have an inspirational aspect to you, and you have a very interesting YouTube channel as well. Go check out the Forearm King. He's on YouTube, and he gives great advice to young men about mindset and about fitness, and you know, talking about society. And he was on a podcast there recently. I can't remember the name of the podcast again, but again, you know, there's great guys in this community of stick making, not just me. Like, you know, I'm just me. this loudmouth Irish guy who likes a bit of banter and a bit of crack, and likes to talk up Irish crafts and Irish traditions. And for me, like, I do a lot of this just to get attention onto Irish businesses, Irish crafts. I constantly promote just buy an Irish stick from an Irish person who is Irish in Ireland, which is the most controversial thing I've said online ever. You know, I say buy an Irish stick from Ireland, from an Irish business. Even better, it's a really registered Irish business. They have a premises, they have employees, they're they have things. I said these are the type of businesses that need your support. And I think that was the most controversial I've said in the last 3 years. That got me that got annoyed all the boyos and the boys and the big girls who make Irish sticks, but they make them in different places and stuff, calling them Irish sticks as well. And they might be inspired by the tradition of Irish stick making, and they might, but yeah, they're not Irish sticks. They're your local sticks. Let's see. The swamp is deep and full of terrors as well. Uh, are you talking about the US, man? Or is this the Epstein stuff, man? Have you guys been following that Epstein stuff, man? Whoa, Stephen Hawkins, David Copperfield, man. Oh, I want. I was shocked that more conspiracies about there was under synagogue in New York. I don't know the full story, and that there's tunnels as well. And then like there's a whole anything that feeds into to a certain kind of conspiracy online is usually like exasperated as well. And yeah, there's a lot of things going on. But those Epstein boyos, man, what chancers, and Bill Clinton, my man, on the plane 17 times. Yeah, I didn't know what was going on. Come on, man. You man Wexler, come on, of course. You man Horowitz, the lawyer. We that one had mistaken identity. Come on, man. Let's see. Oh yeah, so these sticks can be handed down to your grandkids. Yeah, most guys, they don't really appreciate stick and woods and get into this until they're like mid-30s. Some younger guys might be into the stick fighting aspect of this as well, which is good, reasonable cause to have a lot of Irish sticks and shillelaghs in your home. But yeah, it's like when it's really sad, but when like a grandparent passes away and they had this walking stick and they were holding it every day, they were synonymous with it. They have that younger kids. They have that visual of their grandparent always, and they'll see the grandparent, the grandfather usually with the walking stick, and to get that walking stick passed to them, maybe they have some connection with the grandparent, like the grandfather might have taught the grandson, maybe he's spent some time with the grandkids, with the granddaughter, joking around and playing and different things, and they just have these happy memories with their grandparents who usually spoil grandkids, so the grandkids will love them. And to get the actual walking stick that had your grandparents' energy, that had his hand on it as well, I think there's something really sentimental about that. I know a lot of people actually want to be buried with their walking stick, and that's one thing too. Like a lot of guys and their family members, they contact me and they said, look, they want to be buried with an Irish walking stick and stuff like that, and I get that as well. But like, I don't know, I like agree with you, Tony. I think that it's a good tradition to hand down something from a grandparent. And like, a walking stick, it's kind of like big, and it's not something that will kind of get mislaid. And you can always say, look, this is a connection to my grandparent. Like, it's the grandfather's hand was like nonstop on this the whole time. You can, and anytime he touched the top of the stick, it's like literally like the guy's hand was on there the whole time, all of his energy, and you just like touch that as well. There's got to be some kind of connection there, man. I don't know what awaits what after this world, but there's something special about that kind of connection as well. Try to fight you because let's see. Try to fight you because of your stick as well. Come on, my man. Come on, let's get it on. Influencer stick fighting. Actually, I wanted to run a stick fighting event, and I reached out to a few people before and spoke to it as well. But I think like there's different disciplines. Like some people one discipline is more sparring, one's more into self defense, and it'd probably be a disaster, but it'd be pretty good, like for marketing. And I'd end up sending a lot of sticks at it as well. Let's see. Some folks are crazy, yes, but what is normal? Are we the normal ones and everyone else is crazy, or are we the crazy ones and maybe that is the new normal? Who knows? Getting insightful here in my old age. Jerry Terro says, "Enjoy my blackthorn stick." Very good, Jerry, my man. I'm happy to hear that as well. That's very good. Um, let's see. Steve says, let's see now. Can you come to the States and help us with this Joe Biden mess? Could you use the help, Steve? I think, and I'm very optimistic, Steve. I think the American people will solve the Joe Biden mess in the next election. I genuinely believe. I think that people, you have to have faith in people, and you have to have patience, and things comes in cycles. You're going into a bad cycle, things are happening, but all of these cycles end after a while, and something new comes. You cut away the blackthorn, new blackthorn will come as well. So like, a lot of people aren't happy with you, man, and I can understand why. And it's tough because like everyone in the world has some connection to the USA. There's like 350,000 people there, 40 million Irish Americans as well. So there's a big connection to Ireland as well, like that. And let's see. Stephen Ryan says, "In like Flynn." I think it was to do with like a voting, and it was like I think it was New York, and there was an election. And the guy's called Flynn, and then his campaign was "In like Flynn," and then, as you're saying, it was used in movies as well. And James Coburn, back when movies were proper, man, men were men and women were women in movies. In like Flint is a 1967 Coburn film as well. I gotta go back and watch some 60s and 70s movies again when I get the time. I'd love to go back and watch some of these different things, and I won't be offended like some people. Steve K for sure. Let's see now. Use all this. I saw those weapon sticks you make. You get 5 years in prison for bringing it outside in your house. Not really. It's if you're running down the street threatening people, then you would get, maybe, it depends where you are as well. But yeah, you're getting a bit exaggerated there, my man. You won't. But if you run down a street carrying a brick, you'll probably get into trouble as well. If you have your beautiful 12-inch carving knife that you cut your Christmas turkey with, but if you ran down the street as well, and you happen to fall onto someone and knife them, you're going to as well. But the law accounts for reasonable cause. There's certain weapons that are considered, and the state has a list of them as well. And the laws are there to protect people and to different things. Like owning a stick is not illegal. Having a stick on you is fine. If you're into stick fighting, it is one of the things you need. If you're an Irish person, the shillelagh is an Irish heritage product. It is the symbol of Notre Dame football team in America. It's something that Irish people are very proud of as well. This is not a deadly offensive weapon to an Irish person. This is something that is a traditional Irish craft. It's our heritage. It's a symbol of Ireland as well. It's something that's amazing as well. And yeah, like I think that a lot of ye boyos need to kind of toughen up a bit in the world if you get offended by a stick. It's only a stick. Sure, a bit of driftwood that comes in from the beach too is that, and different things. But I think that the scaremongering is kind of nonsensical, and the law is very nuanced, and the law is there to protect you. And if you are a big giant knob end, and you are running around threatening people with a stick, I think justice should serve you, and you should go. And if you're a scumbag that is threatening people with a brick, you're threatening people with a pair of scissors, if you're threatening people with a block or a stone that you've picked up off the ground, a stone is not illegal. But if you're grabbing and running around and threatening people and using it as a threat of violence, you see, like, that's the difference, my friend. You need to kind of like understand and not live in fear. I think that living in fear of like, anything, that is associated with violence. There's nothing wrong with violence. War has existed. Men have competed against each other. You have boxing, you have MMA, you have many different disciplines as well. And this mentality of young men, oh, it's a offensive weapon, please, no, don't point that stick at me. I think that you'd probably have a meltdown if you came into my shop and you saw me carving a stick with this, like, and stuff like that. So like we'll give that comment a bit of attention, because it's entertaining and stuff to do this and to get attention. But yeah, I think that you know, you, some of you boys need to toughen up a little bit in the ways of the world. Is an umbrella an offensive weapon? No, but if you adapt it and modify it and put a sword in it, it is. And if you're walking on the street, but you are allowed to own a piece of wood. You are. It is not on any list on law. The Offensive Weapons Act was published in 1990 in Ireland, and it contained a list of what was considered it. The Irish shillelagh is not on that list as well. These shillelaghs are not on lists in different countries. They are perfectly fantastic pieces of Irish tradition, and something I'm passionate about, and I think is very important for you guys to understand that as well. And thanks for asking the question. It made a bit of entertainment, and a bit of drama is always fun as well, because I have to keep this kind of entertaining. No one's going to watch it for 55 minutes. So every now and again, I'll pick a comment. And, you know, I'm not happy with that. But again, man, I don't really care. You believe what you want. I'll use no sleep. I think it's kind of funny. I don't really get offended by anything. I'm a bit like that. Double Deadly, U.S. Marine with a stick and a triple trash. Yeah, man, Marines. You know, I have met a load of American Marines because I lived in Korea for a while. There's loads of army bases there. I was near the Air Force base too. I like the Air Force guys, and I have met. I actually met a lot of these guys that were remember the stuff going on in Afghanistan, and you would put, I don't know the name of the military division, but there was these guys that would parachute into an area first, and they would have to go in, find out all the information, and then come out back of the area and give the intel. And I knew a guy that did this. He was married to a Thai woman, and then and different things. So I kind of knew him, and so like I had American Marines are tough. Like I'll tell you a quick story. Like you probably know this already, but like in Korea, like in North Korea and then South Korea, and you have the DMZ, which is a demilitarized zone, and you have all the Korean soldiers. And in wintertime, the Korean soldiers, they would have their wool coats on, and like the Siberian winds come down, it's like minus 20 degrees. It's like freezing. It's like it is the most extreme bitter cold. It cuts through you, man. Like your fingers are burning. It's like so tough. And they're always doing these like psychological kind of things as well. And when I don't know if it's still the practice, Stephen, but when I was there, the Marine guys, they would wear a light jacket or their light shirt, or sometimes just their t-shirt, and they would go out and they would stand there for hours. And I don't know how they did this as well. And when I went to the DMZ, when I spoke to a few guys, they would say they wanted to show these Korean soldiers, how like tough it was. And there was always be a propaganda coming from different sides and different things. But I thought that was like they're tough. These guys, like elite soldiers. But they always look kind of nerdy. Have you ever noticed that, Steve? When you see and meet real soldiers who, like, it's not like they've got, like, anytime that I've met like an elite like Marine or a soldier or a guy like connected to it, they're always like really nerdy. Like they had long necks. They were kind of like, they always like, they looked unassuming. They were kind of tall, a bit kind of lanky. They didn't have like lots of muscles or anything like that. And they were always fond of the drink and excess and different things as well. Because I got to actually meet them through, like, in Korea. Sometimes guys would be in Afghanistan and they come over to Korea, and I got to talk to them. And I'm a curious person by nature. I'll ask questions and different things as well. Wade Zetterberg says, "In Like Flynn" is a reference to Earl Flynn's Romantic's Conquest as well. Yeah, man, sure. He was the heartthrob of the time, wasn't he? That a lot of people, liked their movie stars. I take my McCaffrey walking sticks outdoors on walks all the time, and no problem as well. Of course, man. So walking stick, like walking aids are fine. Like guys online, they love to start off a bit of banter and stuff, and like once they smell a bit of blood, they go for, oh, let's do scaremongering and stuff like that. But oh yeah, man, these guys, what they don't understand is they bring a lot of engagement. That it's good, to actually, we should end this live stream now on Instagram, but it's good to have a bit of engagement. So sometimes when there's a bit of like you know, guys coming on with silly comments and different things, and then I respond, and another person responds, and I'm happy. Usually that is done as a web marketing thing as well, because when there's a lot of engagement on the video, this starts to boost it up and different things. So like these guys that cause a bit of trouble online, they can be used to kind of like boost your posts and different things. So it's kind of like good to do as well. See, we need to bring back faction fighting, make fighting great again. Did it ever go away? You know, there's still fights go on. There's still families that have feuds. There's still a bit that goes on. Exactly, Francis. The court would have to determine intent. Correct. Simply carrying a stick is not illegal. Exactly, Wade. Firstly, like a crime has to be committed. Then you're under the microscope of the law. And again, the defense, the prosecution will determine it as well. If you are a good law-abiding citizen, you're walking with your walking aid down the street, people know who you are, no one's reporting you, no one's feeling threatened by an old man walking with his walking stick or something like that as well. You know, so the thing is, common sense would apply. Again, I always use the analogy of the brick. Like a brick, very nice, use it for building. You can have a brick around, but if you pick a brick up and you have this, as you said, intent, and they have to clearly prove in a court of law that you had the intent. Now, one way of proving that you did have intent is if you adapt a weapon, and that's why I don't lead load sticks. So if you have a Blackthorn walking stick, you drill a hole in it or whatever these guys do, and you put lead inside a stick, you have adapted a stick into a weapon, you know, intentionally, and there's premeditation. So then your intent, they can get you in a court of law. So you have to be a bit different smart. But as I said, like holding a stick, holding these different things is fine as well. Use for all is coming back, man. That's what they're made for. Not really. It was a walking aid. Then the Irish, they had no weaponry at all, and blackthorn was one of the strongest woods and one of the toughest woods to have. So it became like, you know, this kind of, they were allowed, all the farmers would always have their walking sticks. So the toughest woods that they could find in quantity at the time was blackthorn, that was used for a lot of hedging between the fields. So then this was strong enough to use against like sword fighting and to use for an art form as well. And no use as a troll, never mind his nonsense as well. Oh yeah, I know that. But his question is like, sometimes it's kind of like a bit entertaining to engage with one of these guys as well. But like he wasn't being like really malicious, like, so there's kind of a difference. Like he was just coming in trying to be, you know, or just, you know, trying to point these different things out because he thinks it's an issue. And like he wasn't like being like malicious or calling names. I haven't read the rest of the comments yet, but once he's fine, I don't mind a little bit of that as well. Hello to Aaron. I'm not a troll. Yeah, I don't think you are. I think that like you're just like maybe concerned because you might have heard something and different things as well. And I kind of just used an example and kind of like exaggerated that. But I don't think you're a troll. I think you just like maybe you have this kind of like negative opinion of the shillelagh, negative opinion. And I just wanted to take the opportunity to kind of use your comment as an example, because like there might be other people listening that have a similar type of mindset as well. And yeah, like it's, you know, I'm pretty easygoing and laid back. Like I'm not offended by anything. Like I've been called you ugly, you're fat, you're disturbing, you're this, you're that. I've been called, like, when you put yourself online and you can't, you know, you lose no sleep over this, my man. It's like it's all fine. Don't worry, man. I'm good. Let's see. I flew from I'll answer these few questions. We're over the hour now. I got to go soon. I flew from Manchester to Belfast a few weeks ago with one of your ladies. Securely in Belfast said he wouldn't fancy a whack of that. They do, man. They realize, because like your intent was, you're obviously not there causing trouble, man. You're just like using it as a walking aid. They're fit for endurance challenges. Very good. The special forces, man. Yeah, man. I always like talking to them because like they're kind of like normal and stuff, and you kind of like, I always met them in social situations where it was like a wife was having you know, was baking something or eating, and they're there and they're being very domesticated, and they're very kind of like stoic a bit as well. And but if you get them with a bit of drink, like they just, you know, they're a different breed. I was always fascinated because look, you know, I wouldn't be elite, I wouldn't be as well, but they're very interesting. But like the only thing I just noticed personally myself is they were always like, I've met a few of them, not an awful lot, but like they're not like how you imagine. They're always like these thin, really kind of thin, wiry guys. They're always like maybe 6'2", 6'3". I wouldn't say they were like muscly or big. Like they always seem to be like slender and different things as well. And anyway, they're interesting characters to talk to. And you need to cause you need me to cause a ruckus. I can start up with the best of them as well. All right, let's we'll give you man the last comment here. And before I go, I asked you because I wanted one and heard on the local radio station you got the 5 years in prison for having a hurl on the street. Yeah, if you can link to the radio station, and I will listen to the thing. So all radio stations, they usually publicly, like, have their broadcasts, and you can actually download them and listen to them. So if you actually give me the details of that, I'll have a listen to it, and I can send you my response as well. In different parts of the world, like I do know in like New York, they've introduced like different rules and to different things as well. But again, I think a local radio station, they're trying to use maybe the shock jock approach to get attention, because like you have these radio stations that said you could possibly get 75 years, in a prison cell with a big guy, called Bubba, who's taking a fancy to you. It's like sometimes they kind of do that. So again, look, you said you've heard that on the station as well. Now you're saying it's a few months ago as well. But yeah, you can find like all these broadcasts, they're still there as well. But yeah, like I can listen to it as well. You see, the thing is, if I know about it, I'll contact the station and I'll say, hey, I'm a stick maker in Ireland, can I come on and talk about it or something like that, and I might use it for publicity. So like it's I'm always thinking of ways to market my business. So like if one of these like radio guys or something, like they need me to come on, I know how to kind of debate on this topic. Like I have my bullet points. I know about different things. I know about legal intent, and I've kind of looked at this bit. So it might be fun thing to do. So like if there's stations that want to kind of like do it as well, but I can talk with these guys. But yeah, but like if it's genuinely, if you have like receipts and facts to say, sometimes like you said, I think I heard a few months ago, maybe on this station, maybe on that station, but you were like, right, this station on this date at this time, and it was 55 minutes into the broadcast, this was said. And if you give me the details, I can actually have a look at it, and then I might reach out to them and say, hey, I'm a stick advocate, and then anything I can do to promote my business is always good. And the sticks is awesome. Didn't realize how long they need to season. Yeah, 3 or 4 years, my man. Foreign King, are you back from Dubai? Yeah, my man. I swear, man, it's the way to do it. Dubai is a beautiful place at this time of year. And do get some mass exit. You see, for me, it's December and January is like my busiest time of year. As much as I want to, I cannot never take the time off. The quietest months for me, actually, I might be taking like a week off, but like not really a week off. Like I'll have everything prepared and everything to run seamlessly, and I might just take a few days off. Probably maybe towards the end of the month I might just take a few days off, because like I actually want to take a few days off to think about and work on other ideas I have. So like even though I'm taking time off, it will be literally sometimes what I like to do after Christmas for Carol, just say this, is that I have a load of ideas and they're always like bouncing around my head, and I like to kind of be alone and to think about them and to go through things. And like if the kids are at school and different things, I can like wake up, put them to school, rather than coming in and having all these things. If I have everything prepared in the shop ready to go, I can see what my next kind of idea is going to be and focus. And I usually do that in January. Actually, I can do a video about that too. 24 likes, come on people. Yes, hi Mary, hi Paul, hi Dominic. I'm well. Okay guys, I gotta go now and gotta go back, and thank you as always for watching the live stream, and buy my sticks, and thank you for joining the stick community. These discussions are always good, always interesting. I'm quite happy to address anyone's questions as well. And as always, guys, I don't have a catchphrase at the end yet. I got to come up with. I have one catchphrase, as you all know, and I'll end the broadcast with the one catchphrase that I say all the time. It is, no, not peace out, my man. Buy my sticks. There you go. Bye-bye, guys.